This podcast may contain spoilers and questionable language, but hey, we are wishing you all
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon!
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 229 of MovieDrone. I'm glad that you all got to hear the shittiest start to a podcast ever. Steve.
I'm glad I put the effort in, Mark.
I changed that.
Yeah?
It was supposed to be I'm now not working Christmas Day this year, Steve.
Oh,
Because I was going to be.
Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Who needs bananas on Christmas Day?
You don't need them on Christmas Day. You just need to make sure they're all right for there's like a week.
Surely
They're
they
like
can last
later.
for a day.
No, they don't really. It's quite weird.
Oh.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm not working now.
Oh, that's
Someone
good.
else is.
I can't believe a banana plantation's open Christmas Day.
Oh dear. Should we not get into that?
No.
How have you been?
I've been all right, mate. I've just finished fixing the hut. Had to grind my way in yesterday with a grinder.
Could you not just come through this little window? Oh, that looks like it's quite flimsy. You could probably just take that out.
They're beaded internally, Steve, so you can't actually get them out.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, it's fixed, kind
Could
of.
you not just come through one of the...
I could have. That
the gaps
was
or
it.
something,
Was
just-
a thought as I was hanging off of it, and I thought if I've not got a grinder, I'm fucked here. But I'd left it in the other shed, so I ground that out.
Right.
Fixed that tonight. That was fun in the -2 or whatever it was.
It's fucking cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it was cold, mate. It was cold.
-5 on the way to work.
Was it?
Yeah. Bad.
All the Americans going, "Puh, -5. Dear, man. I went to Tully's farm, though. That was fun.
I saw. It was a shifty bloke. Did you see my comment?
No.
I left a comment on the one with you just like shiftying about on your own. There's like a photo of you,
Yeah.
like with your long hair and like just like
Was that-
hunched over, like shiftying. So I just wrote shifty on the bottom of it.
Okay. I think I was dancing around the pub because the kids dared me to, so I thought in for a penny and all that.
You were shifting around the pub.
Shifting around the pub, yeah.
It made me laugh anyway.
It was a lot of fun. I had to sing in front of everyone. That was fun.
Why?
Got stitched up by one of the elves to sing Jingle Bells, and he didn't think I'd do it. Ha! Taught him.
I bet he fucking
Thought he
wished you hadn't.
regretted that, yeah.
I bet he
You
did.
changed your script
all,
now,
all
Mr.
the
Elf.
kids running away. That's ruined their Christmas, hearing that.
Spoke to
Okay.
Santa, though. Apparently he would like chocolates this year, and the elves would like Pringles. Just all the parents out there know. I've spoken to the main man, one of the main men. There were two of them.
Can I just ask a question? How old do kids before they've not to know?
The big one has no belief whatsoever, but plays along on the little one's behalf.
Oh, right. He still does he?
Yeah, he still. I think it'll probably be the last year
Right.
before I shatter that illusion.
Okay. How old do your kids have to be before you stop doing Elf on the Shelf?
I'd say 6 or 7.
Oh.
I'd imagine anything over 7 is just for yourself.
Right. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
that's what I'd punt at anyway.
I settled that then.
Yeah, proper shit in the snow, aren't we? Aren't we? Shit.
It wasn't really that much snow.
No.
Jill said there was cars abandoned in the slow lane of the motorway when she
know.
went to work the next day.
It's bad, isn't it?
It's just a little flurry, wasn't it? A little
It
bit.
was.
It's all right,
We-
though. It's turned to ice, so it's
Yeah.
nice and...
It's slippy.
It stopped all the old people coming out, so that means everywhere's a little bit easier to get to at the moment, so that's not too
I
bad.
do find it weird, though, that all the people that don't get paid if they have a snow day manage to get to work. We all got in. We're going to put a tree up Saturday. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Is it going to be the next 6-foot Colorado
It is,
green
mate.
deluxe tree? Is
It
it?
is.
That
It
looks
is.
like that's done some fucking years, that thing, mate.
Off back of a lorry, that, mate. 25 quid.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
25 quid. Got all my gear. That's going all up Saturday.
Is that honestly what you? Is that honestly your Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you do pout out the old artificial every year then?
Yeah.
I had a Woolworths one up until about 4 years ago.
I know, I remember
And they
it.
closed in about fucking years ago, didn't
I
they?
remember that one, mate. Yeah, we don't go for real, unfortunately.
Right.
I do want a real one year, but just not that organised.
You know, you only got to go down to town to get it. I got mine on Sunday.
I can imagine it takes a lot of picking.
No. Walk round. Let the fucking woman choose.
You get them little fat ones at the bottom and they're proper skinny at the top. And
No, you just go round. You just go Yeah, love. Pick one you want. As long as it fits in the car, you can have it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just get that one out, put it up.
I mean, please don't.
It'll be fine.
Please don't. There's nothing Christmassy about that.
It's better looking than the box. But all the boxes with all the Christmas toot in, mate, it'll look lovely.
Fuck it.
Yeah, can't put it up till Saturday because it's a bigger one of the little ones' birthdays tomorrow.
Right.
So after we finish this, I've got to do some wrapping and blow some balloons and shit up.
What, like rapping like hip hop, hibbit in the hip hibbity hippy? No?
Probably not.
Okay.
Or that would be better wrapping than I could probably manage for around a present. Other than that, mate, nothing. How about you?
I've got new glasses.
Right.
Got my new glasses?
Oh, they new?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I've seen them. Morrison's, $1.99.
You wish.
Yeah.
You wish. They're the most expensive pair of glasses I've ever bought. Right.
Oh.
Bit Tom Ford there.
Yeah.
Bit Tom Ford a T.
I mean, they look every ounce the expensive glasses, mate.
Don't be a
I can
villain.
totally tell the difference. Why they're leaning to one side is one lens thicker than the other.
No, because I've got a hat and headphones on.
Don't be
so
sensitive.
everything is a little bit bunched. It's hurting, actually.
Is it?
But yeah, I'm going to persevere so I can hear and keep warm and see. So there you go.
Varies, are they?
Yes.
So you're going to keep looking at me weird? Depends what part of your head you're looking at me through.
I just try. I pretend that's what it is. I just don't like looking at you. So
Right,
I just
that's
like
fine.
Look around.
Yeah.
Not too bad. What have I got down here? Christmas tree. But we've ruined that. I went and got a Christmas tree. Got a real one.
Got a real one?
Yeah.
Good.
Got it in the car. Just about fitted in the
Not
car.
pissed up at it?
No. It went right up the car. Like right through the middle console on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a bit jealous of the 6-foot Colorado green Deluxe tree from Next.
I would be, mate.
Mm.
It's earned every penny of its 25 quid. How much was your tree?
I don't know, 42 quid.
It's how much? I don't know how much a tree is.
42 quid.
I can't imagine you being asked with that. But then I suppose
I'm not. I hate it. 'Cause I have to just quickly get it in the stand, get it in the house. She cuts it. Pines go everywhere. Hoover them up. That's it. I don't have nothing to do with decorating that. Jill does that.
right, all the worst tinsel comes down in the carrier
We're not
bag.
allowed tinsel no more. It's like 280s apparently.
Oh,
no tinsel. No, when you speak to people, it's a bit of a taboo.
All right.
Over in the UK about having tinsel. Yeah, it's a bit gutting. I might just sneak some on
We
there
still have
somewhere.
tinsel.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure there's still some attached on the 6-foot Colorado
loves a
green
bit of
Deluxe tree from last
She
year.
has this stringy shit that you pull apart and flick over it, so it apparently looks like icicles.
Right, there's definitely some still stuck on there from like 1987.
I'd imagine there is, mate.
100%. That's it. I thought about something on the way over and forgot it by the time I got on the drive.
Nothing else to say? Nothing about the time of the year? I mean, we've got to the 14th of December. Nothing else you want to wish us?
What do you mean?
Anything?
Oh, Happy New Year.
Hey, don't want to forget it on the
Fuck's it, eh?
1 week before fucking Christmas.
Nice one, mate. Nice one. It is written down. I just got carried away with the Christmas tree story. And there you go.
Oh, the palpitations.
I just got carried away with the Colorado 6-foot Deluxe green tree. So, mate, got any thanks this week?
Yes, mate. I've got thanks to Manic, Pixie, Weirdo, Pod, Collateral Cinema, I Screen, You Scream for Movies, Right Stuff Reviews, Soundtrack Your Life, Keith Noakes, WTM, Tim, Mike and Oscar, Karim Helliwell, and I've Seen That.
Thank you very much to everyone for those retweets from our last episode. I've got special thanks this week to Jill, Cassie, Jamie Russell, Glyn, Shaun Panda Nicolson, Emma at Movies, LJ Human, Ian McIntyre, Mr. Positivity, Ben and Paul from FilmBusters, Ryan, Karim Helliwell, and Dave Horrocks.
Thank you all.
Thank you all very much.
Karim got twice there. I'm obviously forgot to cross him off the list.
You do pretty much every week.
Yeah,
So,
sorry.
Promo?
Welcome to the podcast that wouldn't die. I'm your host, Kevin. With me, as always, is Aaron.
What up, what up?
Each week, we'll explore the classics of the horror and sci-fi genre with a little comedic twist.
We will ask those important questions like, why don't they get out of the haunted house the first time they see the ghost or the demon?
Why do people feel like, hey, there's been a spooky disappearance, but I'm going to investigate myself, even though I have no investigative background?
Or, why didn't I realize I was dead the whole time?
These important questions and many others we will get to the bottom of. So check us out each week at the podcast that wouldn't die.
Be there or be square.
There we go. That's our friends, the podcast that wouldn't die. They came on with us before. Remember that?
Yeah.
Had good fun there. Yeah. They're doing 1979's Zombie. That's another one that you ain't seen, have you, from that sort of era? What was the other one? Was it Zombie Apocalypse? Was it Zombie Apocalypse? Or
Might have been.
Can't remember which one it was. I need to give you those. Maybe I don't want you. Maybe we just get this Christmas out of the way. Not that Christmassy, is it?
No, not really.
Maybe get it out of the way. Yeah. Although I'm not quite sure how Christmassy the film is. I've got for you for next week for homework is. But Zombie, 1979. Please listen to our friends discussing that. That's the podcast that wouldn't die.
Thanks, guys.
Go on then.
Welcome to the Marc reads some film lines in some similar voices, and Steve has to guess the film from the lines read to get points game. Hashtag what's that film? A bit slow on the button there,
Is
mate.
it? If I didn't have, if it was frozen solid, such a delay. If I didn't have such bad OCD, I would leave that gap in, but I have to take it out. Tidy up. You know what I mean? Tidy up. So, mate, what's that film?
Yeah.
Who got what and what was it?
It was obviously Love Actually.
Yeah, you say so. It's quite surprising scores this week. From some people.
Karim got a 5 last week. This week he got a 0. Dave H got a 0.
Fucking hell.
Let down Paul got a 5, mate. Fucking loves it. Emma got a 5. Jamie Russell got a 3. Maisie got a 4. Glyn got a 3. Shaun got a 5. Sophie, loving life, she got a 5. LJ also got a 5, said it's too easy. And Gill, trying to be with a cool crew, got a 1.
I mean, it's weird, isn't it, that I got more for Love Actually than Gill, and I've only seen it like once. However, it was the fact that you used the word love is what made me guess that.
Okay.
Yeah, wouldn't have got it otherwise. but yeah, well done, Gill.
Yeah.
Well
good
done,
effort.
Gill. Good job. Didn't come last, though.
No?
No. Unfortunately, Karim. There we go. Best of luck next time.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got for us
Here
this
we
week.
go then, mate. 5 points. What's that film? If it isn't Captain Clip-On. Guess who almost signed up for unemployment today? Easy one, that one, mate.
Is it?
Yay! Go on, mate. Did you know that from a clue, or did you guess it?
What clue?
The one line I just read?
Oh, yeah, no, that one. Yeah.
Oh,
Came to me. Good, eh?
Right, 4 points then for everyone else. What's that film? They're watching Snow White, and they love it.
A bit easy, that, I think.
reckon?
But yeah, definitely.
Well, I said to Luke today, just sort of playing to the crowd a little bit. It's Christmas, isn't it? Got to keep everyone involved, keep spirits up. So 3 points to everyone else. What's that film? Christmas Carolers. I hate Christmas Carolers. Screechy voice, little glue sniffers.
That probably should have been the one before, but never mind. Never mind. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Sorry I let you down.
That's all right. I don't care. I got 5.
All right, 2 points. What's that film? Look, mister, there are some rules you've got to follow.
Okie dokie.
I hope we don't get any ones next week. It's going to be proper fucking embarrassing if we do.
Chill, probably. Yeah.
Right, 1 point for everyone else. What's that film? With Mogwai comes much responsibility.
3.
5, mate. You're doing your 5 dance?
Oh, yeah, inside.
Yeah, that's gone from 1 to 3 to 5.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Blimey.
progress, that, isn't it?
All the odds.
Yeah.
All the odd numbers.
Yeah.
Probably go back down pretty quick.
I would imagine
to 0.
so.
Yep. It is fully expected, my friend. So if you think you think you got it,
Yeah.
and you want to tell us how many you think you got and what film you think it is and all those things, give us a shout.
Yeah.
DM only, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
This is maybe the most perfect button press ever there.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm
Made
going
up
to
for
have
the
to
last
touch
one.
that one. So yeah, Mark's mail sack.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we've got Christmas.
Yeah.
We don't need any more Christmas ones because that would be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we do a question next week. We don't really know what's going on yet, but we do need some for after Christmas.
We do. New Year ones.
Have to be quick.
Yeah.
Have to be quick. So please, where can people send us the questions?
They can send them via Twitter, which is @movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com.
Can indeed. So moving on.
Yes.
This is the next section. This is the section that we love to call
Question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time.
There we go. So someone did send us a question.
I did.
Who's it from and what's it about?
From Ryan, Mr. Professor Horror. And he writes us and says, guys, Santa needs your help. Apparently, mate, there's way too many people on the naughty list these days. So he needs us to select 10 characters, so we're doing 5 each, from movies that we have reviewed in 2022. And it's the characters who deserve a lump of coal in their Christmas stocking. Who are we giving lumps of coal to, mate? Do you ever have a lump of coal? Like, did your mum ever call you bluff? Just chuck a little nugget in there just to say that's your warning.
Lump of coal was like a good present when I was young.
Yeah. We'd I'd said this year, I was like, Mum was going, you'll get coal. I was like, good, because I can burn it and keep warm.
Tangerines and that.
Oh,
Get them in there.
Satsuma. I'm more of a Satsuma person.
I don't know if those are about, were they? In the 80s and 90s? Is that not like a
I don't think they're a modern day
thing?
invention, are they, a Satsuma?
I don't know. A lot of things weren't
Your
about.
fruit knowledge is above mine, mate. I'll bow to your greatness.
So top 10, 5 each characters that were naughty this year on films that we reviewed.
Yeah.
What you got then?
Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, number 5. Just a miserable bastard.
Right, okay.
Hated him.
All right.
I like Bruce Wayne. I like that smug, suave, confident man. He was just shit. Liked his Batman.
Right.
Didn't like the Bruce Wayne.
Okay, there we go. Bloody hell. My number 5 is Pearl from X.
Oh, okay.
Dirty sex case.
Yeah.
Sex fiend.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go down well.
Really
with
looking forward to
Santa,
seeing Pearl the movie.
Are you?
Yeah, I really am.
Are you?
They've just announced a third one, haven't they?
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
When's it come out? Do you know?
I mean, we haven't even had Pearl yet, so whatever
No, that's
they
what
tell
I mean.
me.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, it
When's
must be, I hope, New Year.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sex case.
Okay. My number 4, mate, you can pick any of them. Any of these people. Any of the evil pricks in the boy in the striped pyjamas.
Right, okay.
All of them.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they were pretty nasty.
Mate.
I can imagine them not getting cold, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, your number 4, mate?
Is Mikey Red Rocket.
Oh, okay.
He is a naughty porn predator.
He is, mate.
He is. He was naughty. I love the character. Loved everything about it. But when you actually strip it back, he was a naughty porn predator.
He was, mate. Number 3 for me, sharing it between Denzel and Jared for their portrayal of Joe and Albert in The Little Things.
Right.
Very clever film that kind of makes both of them a villain in a way.
Right.
I don't know if you remember much about it. I mean, you only gave it to me for homework.
Mm-hmm.
But you get the dealt bit at the end where you think, ooh.
Yep, agreed. My number 3?
Yeah.
Laurie Strode.
Okay.
Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
For turning into a Stepford wife or whatever it was that she fucking turned into.
Okay.
Complete lack of backbone or anything.
Okay.
Hated the turn at that character, mate.
Yeah.
Hated it. In fact, let's just blame Jamie Lee Curtis for even agreeing to do the fucking thing.
Okay.
All right.
Why not? Because I haven't got any honourables, mate, my number 2 is Mikey from Red Rocket.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Strangely likeable bloke, wasn't he? But when you stripped him back, he was just a horrible person.
He was, but in a fun way. I found it so difficult to hate him.
He was a great character, and I love that film, and I love him, but when you think about it, he's fucking awful.
He was, yeah. You're right. My number 2, is it?
Yes, mate.
Is Jack. Don't worry, darling.
Oh.
For being a snivelling little wretch.
Okay.
I've not said anything about the acting performance, have I?
Okay, no.
About the character.
Yeah.
So don't get your fucking heckles up
All
and
right.
see you fucking going for
All
it.
right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Jack. Not Harry Styles, but Jack.
Okay.
Snivelling little wretch.
All right, fair dues, mate. My number 1, mate, Art the Clown.
He has been.
Now, I mean, he'd probably love it and then kill Santa, wouldn't he? And it did make me think about The Terrifier at Christmas.
Yeah.
What a film.
That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Horror Christmas film.
Yeah, but we hope that it don't turn into like a parody of itself, don't we? You know what I mean? Already talking about a third one. And, you know, I just don't want them to ruin it. It's got so many fans this time. If it turns into... I mean, obviously we liked Halloween and Friday the 13th, but by the time you got to like number 5 or 6, just fucking ludicrous, wasn't it?
It's the horror rules, mate.
Oh.
It's the rules of horror. I've got a feeling the new Scream 6, even though the last film got called Scream 6 had its trailer today, and I can see that just going to ridiculous levels.
Yeah. I mean, agreed, absolutely agreed. My number 1, is it?
Yeah.
It's Paul Jensen.
Okay.
From Day of the Animals.
Oh, right, yeah.
When he turned all woman hating.
Yeah.
When he turned, I don't know whether it was the ozone layer,
Yeah.
but he just turned into a naked from the waist up.
I can't believe you would hate on him.
I'm not hating on Leslie Nielsen.
Right.
The character though.
Yeah.
When he reared up and tore all his clothes off and started beating women up. Nasty boy.
Yeah.
Nasty
Set your
boy.
pulse racing, though, didn't it?
Yeah. always bit of Leslie. I've got some honourables.
Yeah.
I've got the Riddler from the Batman,
Okay.
being a naughty boy there. I've got Emerald Haywood from
Right.
Nope, just for being annoying. because I thought she was pretty annoying. And I've got the killer Frenchman from All Quiet on the Western Front.
Ah, yeah.
Who done our hero in at the end. Because I thought we probably could have let him go.
I mean, he was only doing what he was doing to them when it's a difficult one to judge, isn't it?
But, or maybe we can choose the boy, the boy who come and shot the thing.
Oh, yeah, but then they was nicking his stuff.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know. Horrible people.
Yeah.
Horrible.
It was just horrible. All of them, really.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah.
So please send us in your characters from films that you've seen this year that you think deserve a lump of coal.
Yeah. Nice one, Ryan. Thank you, mate.
Moving on.
Yes, mate.
We saw a film.
We did, mate. We saw a film. It's currently 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 12A, 2 hours, 7 minutes long. Bills a comedy family musical with a synopsis of a musical version of Charles Dickens' story of a miserly misanthrope who is taken on a magical journey. $100 million budget, this one, mate.
This is directed by Shaun Anders, starring Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, Octavia Spencer, Sunita Mani, Patrick Page, Marlo Barkley and Tracy Morgan.
This was 2022 Spirited.
Oh, have you got a clip?
On a bitter, cold Christmas Eve, one dark soul is selected for redemption by the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and yet to come. A tradition that continues to this very night.
Like a Christmas carol?
Yes, if you would just let me get this out. Sit.
So out of all the people on the planet, murderers, people who do gender reveal parties, I'm the guy you're gonna haunt.
You know what? Forget it.
What
Going so well tonight, mate.
Fucking hell was that?
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I was too busy flustered on my pronunciation of misanthrope.
Right, yeah.
Misanthrope.
We'll leave that at the end.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I don't know what was going on there. So, mate, we did see a film.
Yeah.
What did you think? I don't even know what to say about it,
No.
to be honest.
No.
I mean, I'm in total disbelief that we even bothered.
Yeah.
But there you go. What did you think of 2022's Spirited?
Oh, mate. How I wanted to hate this film. Hate it with every fibre of my body. And it was all going so well. And it was going to come my first ever zero. Right, we was on track. First 30 minutes, we're on track here. Fucking hated it. Terrible. Complete car crash. Terrible. Then I also almost had my little Scrooge moment, right? Do you know that thing where you're a miserable bastard? And suddenly, I started enjoying myself a little bit. And I got quite invested in the story, which was annoying. The missus was angry again. Can't believe they had, air quote, turned Ryan Reynolds into a complete twat. Close air quotes. She ended up putting her Kindle down, and I'm going to go as far as saying we both kind of enjoyed it a bit.
Right. So, sorry, I would have thought that this was the sort of film because you watch. Let's say if I watch Die Hard, you'd watch
The Holiday
or Muppet Christmas Carol, something a little bit like. And this is, as it says, a new interpretation of Scrooge for a generation that probably maybe hasn't had. Do you think to this generation at the moment, we keep discussing this sort of thing, is going to? There's been a lot of musicals come out recently, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Is there? We've had quite a few this year. I couldn't name them all, but was that Lol Crocodile one or something?
Right.
And then what else did they have?
Loads.
They've had loads. So I think that obviously it's going a bit more towards this. I thought that you would have sat down as family and watched it.
No.
Oh. Right. Okay.
No.
This is not that. That sort of
I'll be
film.
honest, I had to squeeze this one in. I'd run out of days and suddenly was like, shit, I've got to get that watched.
Right.
So I had a banging headache and I was sitting there and we didn't put it on till like 8:30 at night.
Right.
She was like, what is it? And I was just told her, she was like, I'm going to go and get my Kindle. It sounds awful. Put it on. She was just looking at me and I couldn't make eye contact, mate, because it was car crash. She was like, how long is it? I was like, 7 minutes. 2 hours, 7 minutes. And it was, I mean, I've never felt that uncomfortable in a film. It was pretty embarrassing.
I'm glad you added the in a film bit.
Yeah.
Because I definitely know that you've definitely felt that uncomfortable. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know. What defines a musical? So is it singing all of the lines? Or is it this? Is this classed as a musical or is this classed as a film with music?
I would class it as a film that is based around music.
Right.
Like the story and the thing involves music. I don't think necessarily you have to sing every line.
Right.
But I mean, they overdid some of that, I'd say.
I mean, I wish I'd known it was so music heavy. I thought that
I can reread our text back, if you like, when you said, shall we do Spirited? And I went, well, A, it's a musical and they'll be singing, so you'll fucking hate it.
No,
B,
but-
it's got Will Ferrell in, so I'll hate it.
No, but they're singing in the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
But there's not.
And you fast forward it.
Yeah, I know I fast forward it because I know it's there.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I would have fast forwarded 3/4 of this film if I'd fast forwarded all the singing. I didn't know where the fucking thing was. Next time I watch it, if I ever do, I'm going to fast forward all them bits because I know where they are now. I thought there was less music.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it surprised me that there was so much. And it was all so samey.
I like to think, mate, that Apple have got a Disney business plan with this.
Right.
I think this is a complete business decision for everyone involved in this film.
Right.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell reportedly got 20 million each for this.
Did they?
Right. Apple clearly want to be able to sell a soundtrack. You know, like Disney have sold Frozen and shit like that.
Right.
I think they'll think the kids are going to buy all of this.
Right.
And it's another revenue stream, isn't it?
Is it?
I mean, the whole thing's horrific. But it gets us at our most vulnerable, mate, because we're taught at Christmas we've got to be forgiving, we've got to be happy, you've got to be jolly. And I think this film plays into that. I mean, 100 million, mate. They only spent, out of that 100 million, they spent 75 million on staff.
Did they? Fucking hell.
100 million, that's confirmed figures as well.
Right.
75 million, 40 million of that went on Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, maybe they're singing lessons. If they ever had, if they did have any.
I mean, they should have spent 120 mil then, shouldn't they?
I mean, the cardinal sin for me with this, mate, is that it was spiritless.
Hey.
You like that? I didn't think it had the right feel of a Scrooge movie. I didn't think that it had it. Let's just put all the music stuff on that aside. Didn't really matter. I didn't think the story had that same powerful message as like the other Scrooge movies.
I kind of thought that was the crux of it.
Right.
I get the feeling they're trying to do a commentary on modern society.
Right. Okay.
So it's not necessarily the nasty, mean people, which is why I think originally they wanted to go for the hotel guy, didn't they? Who was just a nasty bastard, shouted at people, was angry. And I think they twisted it off when Will Ferrell went, what about him? Because he was affecting everyone in a modern society. It's what people do, isn't it? It's what they set out to do. And this shaming thing on Twitter and the trolls and all shit like that and fake news. I think it was tried to be a modern day telling.
Do you feel like part of modern society?
No.
So this probably, I mean, for me, this just
Missed the mark.
Didn't it miss the mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't feel like
Agreed.
Okay. Gotcha. That's good then.
Because I don't want to sound Mr. Intelligent. I like to think I'm clever enough that I'll watch some of these Facebook videos and think, yes, I'm that much of a prick to believe all of that. And all these headlines and the way the media spins things. But unfortunately, people believe it. If it's in the Sun, it must be true, mate.
Does anyone read that anymore? I don't know.
I don't know. But I named a news. I've not bought a newspaper for, I'm going to say 15 years.
No, I haven't. I think I did buy a Sunday Times, but I needed a lot of paper for something, and you get a lot of paper in that, and I used to put paper down on something. Yeah. I actually thought they dumbed down their performances. I thought there was a lot of less Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds isms in it. I thought it was dumbed down.
It was great, wasn't it? I mean, I actually prefer Will Ferrell in this.
Right.
I thought he was comedic without being an over-the-top dick about it, and I quite like that. Reynolds, again, pretty much the same character, but again, not as in your face.
No.
But they got their money's worth, didn't they? This was a 2-character film.
Yeah.
Just with, I mean, they paid 20 million. They're going to get their money's worth. But the other characters, quite sparse. They were sort of littered in.
I mean,
Octavia Spencer sort of got a little bit of a shell.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like the girl ghost.
No.
She had nothing about her.
No.
And I think that she was actually put in there as being someone who's just maybe like a fairly strong female, but a little bit sort of like, I mean, she just didn't have a lot about her. It's difficult to explain.
Didn't
because
have much of a
anything.
part though, did she? Really?
No, but it was like this sort of quirky sort of thing, wasn't it? And I don't know. I hate to use the word sort of like, like you got woke and stuff like that. Just a nothing character. I didn't like the other ghost.
No.
I thought what is it like the one that looks like death?
Yeah.
I don't know which one he is.
Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come.
Yeah, is it? I didn't like him in this because I think they played him too comedic.
Yeah.
And I like a very dark character,
Yeah.
a very dark sort of ghost for that part. And I just thought it was a bit too comedic. So I thought there's a lot of bits that...
I suppose that's the difficulty between making these ghosts characters, isn't it? Because normally they are playing themselves, whereas they was playing people playing themselves.
Yeah.
It was...
Dunno.
Yeah, no, I do tend to agree. I did think the story was reasonably clever, though. I liked the newness of it and how they bought all the Dickens and how they linked it up with A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
And actually acknowledged its exist. They didn't try and do it as a Dickens retelling without acknowledging Dickens.
No, I thought that was probably the best bit, and I was a little bit surprised when we found out that he was actually Ebenezer Scrooge, the unredeemable. It made a little bit of sense there. I did like that sort of for a minute, and then they started singing, and then I stopped laughing at
How
them.
bad were the songs, mate? That was horrific, wasn't they?
Well, just one song. I mean, it sounded like the same song the whole way through.
Yeah, I mean, the Good Afternoon bit. How did they just get these? But I did like, is it Marley or Jacob? Just kept coming along going like, nah, not again.
Right. I mean, they've got to know that it wasn't sort of like particularly.
I mean, is this what you would call meta? Because it had the reference to itself in there almost.
It's probably what is known as it. I probably wouldn't call it because I don't really want to reference it really in any way, shape or form. I thought the niece was okay.
Yeah.
Thought she was all right. That sort of storyline, obviously to help with Ryan Reynolds' redemption or whatever. Thought it was all right. Got a little bit dark, didn't it, with the other little boy?
Yeah.
When they were sort of like showing you what would happen. I don't know. It was the same sort of story, but yeah, I didn't mind her.
Again, I just think it's that modern telling of the consequences of this modern society
With the social media bit
with
and
the
all that,
social media,
sharing videos.
I think it's got a good life lesson for the kids because it does show them what can happen and these little small things. And don't be a dick. Hashtag be kind and all that stuff. But yeah, I thought there was a serious edge to the story.
Does it stop you doing your TikToks? Would it worry you a bit doing your TikToks?
I deleted my TikTok account off the back of this one, mate. I learned such a lesson.
Damn it, I was enjoying those dance videos.
Did you actually laugh out loud at any point, mate? Because I have one.
Yeah?
I have one.
I don't think so.
No, one really tickled me.
Go on then.
And it turns out it was true.
All right.
It was true. Little Larry. When he was on about Tiny Tim, he was trying to remember Tiny Tim's name and he went Little Larry. For some reason, Little Larry really made me laugh.
Right.
But apparently he was going to be called Little Larry Tiny Tim.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It was an actual true thing, but for some reason, I found that more funny than I should have done. I think I was tired by that time.
It was long, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the length.
Yeah.
I mean, it was long.
Yeah.
It's probably hour and a half, hour and 45 minute
Too long.
film. Yeah, Christmas should be a short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit long.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I did start.
Well, it was unnecessarily stretched out, wasn't it?
Very much so.
It was. They're getting their money's worth, I think. It's all it's down to. I've got to ask a question. I mean, you might have answered it already, but I didn't have a clue really what to expect when I was going in, even story-wise. I hadn't seen a trailer for this. I think it was for the best. I couldn't have predicted what we got. Do you think they was on acid when they did this?
I doubt it. I mean, I've got to be honest,
do you
I
think
doubt it.
Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell look back at that? I mean, would you, if you had done that, all right, you got 20 mil, but would you say to Jill, you coming to watch it?
I mean, if someone paid me 20 mil to do it, let's just say, I mean, Will Ferrell probably towards the end, going towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
That's quite a good move, you know what I mean? I'm not quite sure that Ryan Reynolds played anything particularly different than he is anyway. I don't know. It's all to do with the 20 mil.
Yeah.
Every time you say to me 20 mil, and it's like, I'd do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd do it now for 20 mil and show myself right up and then just clear off and never be seen again. You know what I mean? You got to remember these people are performers. They love it,
but
you know.
I did feel a bit embarrassed for him at times.
Yeah, but I mean, is that not what performing is all about? You've got to be able to take that. You know that you are going to embarrass yourself, but this is what you live for. You live for that attention, whether it be good nor bad, you know. You've got to have something in you that wants to be critiqued, surely, because you're not going to please everyone all the time, are you?
I suppose it depends where you want your career to go and what you want to do with it, doesn't it?
Well, I don't think it's going to damage any of their careers.
Do you not think?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Do you think Ryan Reynolds has accepted that this is his career now?
No, I think that...
Because he's not going to get like we've seen him in serious roles. Can you?
Probably, I mean, probably, but you know, they're doing a Christmas thing. It's like someone when they do something really cringeworthy for a charity, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like-
I know. And we all slag that off.
We do, yeah.
Imagine all the people like a one.
But do you think that stopped her career? I mean, what's that done? She's still fucking earning loads of money for all these films and all that, you know?
I mean, I'm slagging them off, but I can't help but feel they did a decent job.
Okay.
I mean, they got a product out there that is watchable.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure
I think I'm going to show the kids over Christmas. I think they will love it.
Yeah.
I think Imi will fucking love this film.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it looked good. The costumes and that were good.
For 25 million, 'cause that's all they had left.
But it did, though.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't that many. I suppose a lot of it probably CGI and stuff like that.
Lots of green screen.
Yeah, but
it was irritating me a little bit when you kept seeing, you could see the green screen.
Yeah.
And that does get to me a little bit.
Yeah, but it's it's a Christmas film about ghosts and that. Well, what else are you going to do? You know what I mean? I think the days are long gone of a lot of people doing practical effects and that now, aren't they?
Yeah, but then I suppose I'll sit and watch Muppets Christmas Carol with all the sticks.
There you go. Exactly.
Sticks wagging their arms around.
Exactly.
Totally normal, mate.
Exactly.
Fine with that.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
No, I mean, it's got zero edge, is it?
Oh, I thought zero score. But...
No, it's got zero edge, mate. It is a proper feel-good movie, and they have done the Disney template to me. I was surprised it had a bit of innuendo and swearing in it.
Right.
A little bit.
Okay.
I think they tried to be. But I'm not entirely convinced I'll ever watch it again. If I can help it.
Dear God, no.
But yeah, I mean, there's so much wrong with it. It's so much wrong with it. But somehow they come out of a product I genuinely think only Scrooge himself could hate.
Right.
I mean, we'll find out in a minute. I've got 50 on it. It's so shit, but it's so good. I'm torn. I want to hate it. I want to hate it more than I like it, but I can't help but say I enjoyed it a bit.
I've given it a shit score, right? So my score's 8. Right. Okay. So I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like there's bits that I didn't like the fact that they could start seeing each other and I liked the Scrooge bit. That was about the only bit. Didn't like the songs. Didn't particularly like any of the actors and the ghosts and stuff. And I think that if I'm going to watch a Scrooge film, there's much better out there. I like Scrooge but I'm not really the demographic for this.
No.
Not at all.
No.
I don't like musicals and I don't like sickly sweet stuff. I don't really like Christmas films, you know what I mean? So I'm not the demographic. So I'm not going to kick it and say that it's the worst film. I'm sure for some people it's fantastic. And I hope that a lot of people at Christmas time really do enjoy it.
I can see a lot of families enjoying it. I can see sitting down. I can see this one sitting down Christmas Day with it in the background. Granddad asleep, all that sort of shit. I think it'll be great.
Yeah. I mean,
it's got its place.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not going to go too bad on it because I think there's certain people who enjoy it. But I'm
not going too bad on it. I'm just going to give it an 8.
But it's just explained why.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm going to give it 8 because if you are a person of my age who doesn't particularly like Christmas films, doesn't like singing, don't fucking watch it. You know what I mean? But if you're going to sit down there with your family on Christmas Eve and watch a film, you probably couldn't go too far wrong.
Okay.
There we go. Watch anything else?
Wednesday.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I think we're only 2 off of finishing that series now.
Right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Again, not totally my demographic.
Okay.
But it's got enough about it. It's very Tim Burton-y. It's all right.
All right. So, that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas Special, 15. I thought it was going to be all right.
Yeah.
It's fucking shit.
Okay.
All right.
Better than twice as good as as Spirited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's got alien things in it, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
But other than that, it's not good. I saw Die Hard.
Right.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
So I watched that. 85. I saw Krampus. 72. I saw Batman Returns.
Oh, another Christmas film.
Yeah, 83. And then I watched a film that's not a Christmas film. I watched The Holiday.
Right.
It's 55.
Film set at Christmas.
I mean, we can have this discussion now if you want. Right. So a film set at Christmas is a Christmas film, yeah? So Die Hard is set at Christmas, it's a Christmas film.
I think Christmas film and a film set at Christmas. I think there's 2. I think we need to add a category.
Okay, but they're both in the same. They're both the same.
They're both films set at Christmas.
Right, okay. Yeah. So the Christmas film.
No, I'm putting them in a subcategory. So Christmas film, Santa, can't say the Christmas out it. Film set at Christmas, Die Hard, The Holiday.
Right, okay.
Gremlins.
But You keep saying that Die Hard's not a Christmas film.
It's not. It's a film set at Christmas.
You just called The Holiday a Christmas film.
No film set at Christmas.
Well, let's rewind back.
Go back.
I'm going to anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care. Anyway.
Good, isn't it?
What, The Holiday?
Yeah. 80.
Jill was, I don't know if she listened properly to the episode. What was it, the one where I got Graham?
Yeah.
I got that on holiday, didn't I? Because when we was watching this, I went, is that Graham? She went, how do you remember that? I don't know. It just came to me. Does he got a cow? Oh dear, I had fun that day. So there we go. So that's our viewing.
Cool.
All right. So moving on.
Yeah.
This is the next section. This is the section that we have to call
Homework.
There we go. So this is the section where we give each other films that we love and the other one hasn't seen in the hope of uncovering hidden gems. You to me this week, mate. What did you give me?
I gave you a film, mate. It's currently 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 15, 1 hour, 48 minutes long. Bills a drama mystery thriller with a synopsis of a tale of two strangers who transform each other's lives. A psychological thriller and a story of love pitted against evil. Starring Florence Pugh, Tom Burke and Keela Lord Casty. No numbers on it, mate. It's 2022's The Wonder. You made me watch it. I made you watch it back. Well, you made me watch it. She was like, we'll do that next week. So I watched it. And then he was like, actually, we've got this one.
Yeah, what was it? We went to the cinema and saw something good.
I think so, yeah.
So there you go.
But I'd invested my time, so I'm investing yours.
Okay. Weird stage start bit. Gave me a feeling of The Witch for some reason.
Yeah.
It gave me a feeling it was going to be something like a film on the sort of level of The Witch. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that was about. What was it? Where you sort of like going through the backstage bit and that? Really weird, wasn't it?
Yeah. Interesting.
It was interesting. Yeah. Pretty bleak though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is
damp.
It's very, very bleak film, and I'm not sure I saw a smile once, let alone a laugh at all. No. Not even through
frowny,
the happy
lots
bit
of frowns.
There was. She does that well though, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Now
your happiest emotion, mate.
Yeah. Now I get moaned a lot, right?
Yeah.
For my religious views or the way I explain them occasionally on this podcast. But it's films like this that make me confused.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite understand, right? So these stories must have come, or these ideas must have come from, I don't know, is it writings in the Bible, or is it beliefs of religious people, or is it tales of religion from yesteryear? Is that a good word to say? Yeah. Because what religious person in their right mind would be okay letting their daughter die by starvation as she thinks her brother, who abused her, is burning in hell for what he did to her? Where in religion does this idea come from? And this is what I'm saying. This is why I don't understand, or I can't explain myself properly, because I can't begin to think of a world where that is acceptable to anybody.
I think it comes to faith, doesn't it? If you've not got the faith, you can't understand it.
Right.
It's like I stand and I drive past pubs where I see grown men in football shirts fighting over football, and I just think it's a fucking game, mate. Like seriously. But if you've got that belief and you love your team and you love it and that is your life, what anyone is going to tell you, you're going to listen to. You're going to go, look, mate, it's a game. Yeah. I saw grown men crying because England come out of the World Cup, mate.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
It's a bit disappointing. Went and made a cup of tea.
It is.
Like,
it is.
If you've got that faith and you've got that belief, no one's going to understand it.
Right.
I don't think we could ever compartmentalise and get it without having that faith.
Right. So, I mean, are these people, or would they be classed as extremists? Or is there actually a belief? I suppose they've got a belief that these things are possible. Would these be classed as extremists?
I don't think necessarily in the time.
Right. And don't get me wrong, I'm just trying to understand.
I mean, I think it was an isolated population, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And during that time when it was set, I think perhaps your life was more around religion. I mean, modern day religion, especially in this country, is getting forgotten. I think we've gone under 50% Christian population now.
Have we? We've probably got more Jedis.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong, but I think that sort of edges, we've lost that. You go to some of these rural places in America or other countries, and they've still got the Mormons and bits, and they're still practicing, and they're still doing their religion. Who are we to? I mean, you can look at it anyway, can't you? You can look at the whole World Cup thing where you're saying they're backwards and they've got these beliefs. Well, we had those beliefs 100 years ago.
Yeah, no, listen.
We can't just get on our pedestal and go, everyone's wrong, because people evolve differently. People go differently. It's such a clusterfuck, I like to call it.
I suppose what I'm sort of saying is because I don't understand it, it makes it very difficult for me to sort of totally understand this film, because obviously I'm sort of like, fuck off this, you know what I mean? That can't be true. People wouldn't do that, but you know, when you look into it, you're probably correct.
I mean, it's there to engage your emotions as well, isn't it? It's probably not been done perhaps by the book. It's been done to make you angry. That's the idea of the film, to stir that emotion.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought the catchy came out of left field a bit. I thought it was a film about them getting money off of people, pretending that there was a miracle going on, and them getting money. But that was like a bit of a red herring, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was like a sub-story that sort of started, and all of a sudden it was like, wow, fucking hell, there's a bit more to it. Florence Pugh was the star, obviously, again. Again, she does do her scowling bit quite well. I don't know whether this was a friendly thing. She done it for someone or whatever, because it was never going to be a big film as far as I'm concerned. And I think that she's obviously on quite a high at the moment. So it seems like one that she probably didn't need to do. But I did like the fact that it was a strong performance. And I think that you needed that because it was of an age where women were not treated very well, you know, very male orientated. Yeah. She obviously... her character stood up to the males, certainly in those meetings.
And ate some horrible looking food.
Well, I mean, at least she got some. Yeah. I mean, that poor girl didn't get fuck all, did she?
Well, unless she was like a bird.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought her performance really is really good. I don't think that any of them were particularly bad. I thought the performances were pretty solid all the way through. Even the girl, just found it a very sort of overly complicated film to try and get my head round. You know what I mean?
I think if anything for me, it was the band of judges in the chamber bit where they was all, that came across more comedic. Right. They was all dressed up, like the council, shall we say.
Yeah. I did like the bartender on the end who seemed to agree with her, and obviously when they weren't, I thought it was pretty good. I had a massive issue with her getting her dress dirty every day. Fucking,
you and me both, mate.
Fucking hated that. I was just like, I said to Jill, surely you can't just have that long dress. Why don't you just take that up a bit so you don't get dirty?
Damp, wasn't it?
Oh, it was horrible, wasn't it?
Damp and
this is what I'm saying. It was all very, very just bleak all the time. And that trek to and fro the house every day. No, thank you. Nah.
Got a lot done in like 8 hours, wasn't it? It was like 8 hours on, 8 hours off. By the time she'd gone back, she'd had kip, had something to eat, gone for a walk, ridden a horse or something, and then wandered over. I thought, mate, she good with her time.
I mean, I was just not sure what the point of the film was. Yeah. Is there a what could we take from this film? Because for me, it was just to wind me up with the extreme religion.
I think it clearly enters with a motive, doesn't it? It is. This is probably I'd guess an atheist director who's got a story to tell.
Right. Okay.
That would be my thing. It wasn't a particularly balanced story. Not that you could necessarily balance it up, but it's quite an extreme story to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's come from fact.
I don't know. For me, it just feels a little bit more like a passion project. And I have a little bit of an issue with passion projects sometimes because they either hit the mark or they severely don't. Yeah. And I think obviously with the muddy dress and the extreme religious thing, this one probably didn't hit the mark. Now, I scored it fairly low. Yeah. And it's not because it's a bad film. I just fail to see the point of it, to be honest. For me, it didn't hit anything that I'm particularly interested in. And obviously, as I said, it sort of like wound me up a little bit. Just because I don't really understand it. It didn't teach me anything that I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. I just struggled a little bit. And there was just no smile. There wasn't even one smile in it. No. Not even at the end, at the happy end. When they had the photo taken, you would have thought they would have all smiled, all three of them. And they just sat there like, like you are now.
Well, I don't think
Blank
I don't
faced.
think you were supposed to smile back then because of the exposure time on the slate.
Don't ruin it. I fucking.
I think you were supposed to keep a relaxed face.
Could you not like smile and keep that smile?
Because if you move your smile, you smudge, don't you? So I think they got you to stand like that.
So, and then at the end, we got a weird show again of what I assume was the director. Is it? No, it wouldn't have been because it was a female. Wasn't it? Who was she? Do we know? The narrator that was giving us was it a female director?
No.
Oh, what? Okay.
Sebastian Lelio.
Okay. Well, I don't know who that woman was then. She gave us a little bit of a narration at the end, didn't she, about the end of the story, and it went back to the sets, the back screen. Quite weird, but there you go. So I've given it 40.
Okay.
Right? And I've put on here, it's an okay film, but it made me feel sad and dirty.
Okay.
So, that's all I got out of it. But I think that other people might be able to get more out of it, people who sort of like do have a little bit of religious tendencies and stuff. I think that they would probably enjoy it a bit more than I did. So, so again, bit of a bad score.
Do you think? Do you think religious people would enjoy it more?
I don't know. Maybe they'll understand it a bit more. Maybe they'd understand the rationale behind
it's the whole rationale whether you do. It's religion versus science, isn't it? Whether you believe in science or religion, and it's a difficult one to straddle both.
Yeah, but the religious bits are the bits that sort of turn me off of it because I could not possibly see how anyone could do that, but people could maybe.
I'd imagine
if
normal...
they've read the book and stuff, if they've read the Bible and they know some passages that might have explained this a bit more, they might get a bit more to turn their brain over. For me, it was just a wind up.
I think people are civilized enough now to realise that every reading from the Bible should not be taken literally. Perhaps back then it was slightly different. So Well, interesting.
I've got no reference point.
No. Fair dues, mate.
Because we don't know what's going on next week, mate, and whether we've got guests or whatever, I'm going to give you a film. It might be for next week. It might be for the week after.
Ooh.
We'll soon know. It's made in 1984, directed by Charles E. Sellier Jr., starring Lillian Chauvin, Gilmer McCormick, Tony Nero, and Robert Brian Wilson. Running time of 82 minutes, budget of $750,000, taking $2.5 million at box office, 5.8 on IMDb, 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, with a synopsis of an orphan raised by nuns grows up to be a killer toy store Santa Claus. I'm giving you 1984's Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, that'd be a nice way to see Christmas out, wouldn't it?
Well, it's either going to be weird that if we don't do it next week because we managed to sort St. Christmas out, it's going to be in the new year, so it'll be pointless.
Well, it'll be New Year's Day, won't it?
Will it?
So we'll be seeing Christmas out.
Nice.
With a bang.
Nice. Okay, so moving on to next week's main, it's going to be a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Cause,
for us as well.
Yeah, because we've asked the boys if they want to come on.
Yeah.
Do some, not an extravaganza.
No,
but just to have a chat.
extravaganza.
Just to find out what they've been doing. So we're going to try and find out whether they can make it next week. If they can, we'll be doing a film with them.
Yeah.
If they can't, then we'll be doing a film with us, and then we'll do the homework or whatever. You know,
we don't know.
Typical MovieDrone style. But let's hope that they
Christmas
can.
was 3 months ago last week. I was super organised. I had presents bought by the end of October, mate.
Yeah.
I ain't wrapped one. I'm panicking. I ain't got a trip. I've done nothing.
You told
I'm
us you
so
had.
unorganised.
You told us you had.
No, I said I got them all.
Oh.
It's all sitting over there, mate. Look.
I know. I got my tree up before you.
Yeah.
So I'm actually equal now with you.
Yeah.
The Christmas thing.
I'm behind now. I've fallen well behind.
Oh, well, never mind. But yeah, hopefully the boys will be able to come on so we can find out what they've been up to as well.
Cool.
All right.
Hopefully.
Okay, then, mate, do you want to reiterate how people can get us on social media?
Yeah, mate, they can get us via Twitter, which is @movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com.
Okay, so I'm going to get out of here because it's quite cold now. My feet are like blocks of
Glad
ice.
I've spent a couple of quid heating it for no reason.
Well, haven't I? I haven't frozen to death here. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So yeah, I'm just getting
Worth
a bit
that
cold
couple
feet.
of quid, wasn't it?
Here we go. So, mate, say goodbye then, Mark.
Goodbye then, Mark.
See you later, everybody. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Seeing the news, mate. Seeing the news about Apple. Their sales are down. Yeah, apparently their turnover's still good though.
I mean, that's not
all right, that,
that weren't too bad. That was what was that last week's one? Was really bad, was it? Or the week before?
Last
was it the week
week's
before
was
that?
last
Maybe the
week's
week
was
before
bad.
that as well. Never mind. Well done. Left the gap for that. That ain't staying in.
I didn't want to go there, but you did.
Oh, dear.
With a synopsis of a musical version of Charles Dickens' story of a miserly misanthrope. For fuck's sake. Of a miserly